Dhammanupassana Satipatthana, Buddha says, Punacha param bhikkhave bhikkhu, dhammesu dhammanupassi bhirati. Puna means again, like Chaparan bhikkhave bhikkhu. Bhikkhu means the one who is serious seeker. Monks. Yeah. So monks have more, time to go deep into that. Right? Other people are so much busy. And he had only these guys, to learn and practice. But like Sharmila is there, you are here for 24 hours only for this training. So you are also like living like a bhikkhu here. Not begging for alms, but you're living very intensive, right? So this is what Buddha says, that such a person practices mindfulness in what? In Dhamma. And Dhamma means mind or the nature. Dharma is nature. Like the nature of fire. This is Dhammanupassana Satipatthana. Such is the truth, right? And I was mentioning that Buddha is addressing serious people who are very attentive, who are Srutavan, means who give their ears to the master, right? And this is best way to learn from listening, not from the book. Book is just when I'm not there with you, then there is book to look into. But so long master is alive, being with you should take advantage of that. So was taking advantage of all the bhikkhus. And for your information, this mindfulness was taught in Kuru Pradesham. Kuru is what is called Hastinapur Pradesham, or Delhi area, Delhi NCR. That was Kuru Pradesh.
So it's the same place, same place.
Kuru. Like Meerut area.
Kuru
Vansha. So he was there. And he taught this mindfulness in this area. Right? And there he has taught 4 mindfulness, and 4th is Dhamma or Dharma. And in Dharma there is such truth. What is truth? What is truth? And Buddha has mentioned that so long I was not quite clear in this truth. I was not assured that I have won enlightenment, I have reached enlightenment. And this is called Vidya. Vidya is when you know the truth. What truth? Which is inherent in everything. So this is what he says, that Ida bhikkhave bhikkhu dhammesu dhammanupassi bhirati. Chatusu arya satchesu. Chatu, 4th, 4 arya sach. Katanchapan bhikkhave bhikkhu dhammesu dhammanupassi bhirati. Now how a serious mindfulness practitioner practices the mindfulness of truth, 4 truths. How? And he is answering. Ida bhikkhave bhikkhu, here, serious seeker, idam dukkhanti yatha bhutan pajanati. That this is dukkha. And they know as it is. Neither more nor less, not adding anything extra nor subtracting it. Yatha bhut. So you should underline. Yes. You know, but you have pajanati, prajna, but not more or less. Yatha bhut. That is something which should be underlined or should be memorized. Keywords, I emphasize on the keywords, right? So memorize keywords. And what is the keyword? Yatha bhutam pajanati. Yatha bhutam. So Buddha says that here, a mindfulness practitioner, a serious mindfulness practitioner, observes the dukkha as it is.
Whatever.
Yeah. Ayam dukkha, right? And further it says, Ayam dukkha samudayoti yatha bhutan pajanati. That this is dukkha, and this is the origin of dukkha, or cause of dukkha. Samudaya means cause, or samudaya means also the arising of dukkha. How dukkha arises, he clearly sees as it is. Then ayam dukkha nirodhoti yatha bhutan pajanati. So if you'll remember the bottom line or the bold line or the underline, which are being repeated then you will easily memorize the sutras. Ayam dukkho yatha bhutam pijanati, ayam dukkha samudayam yatha bhutam pijanati, ayam dukkha nirodhoti yatha bhutam pijanati. That this is the cessation of dukkha. And ayam dukkha nirodha ghamini patipada yatha bhutam pijanati. So such mindfulness practitioner observes, clearly sees, very apparently, very clearly, yathabhut, as it is, sees that ayam dukkha, ayam dukkha samudaya, ayam dukkha nirodha, ayam dukkha nirodha gamani patipada. Right? This is what Patanjali says. Patanjali speaks four things. Patanjali says, heya, heya, then hanopaya, heya, heya hetu, hanopaya. There are the four keywords Patanjali uses. See, Patanjali has borrowed this knowledge from Buddha. He has borrowed this knowledge. What Buddha says, dukh samudaya, dukh nirodh, and dukh nirodh gamani pratipada. And Patanjali just gives different words and he says the same thing. What? He repeats the same thing. What he says? He says, heya, that which we should avoid, avoidable. Heya. Heya is dukkha. He says heya. What is heya? Dukkha, anatma is heya. Avoidable. Heya. Heya hetu. What is the cause of that dukkha? Patanjali says heya hetu. Buddha says dukkha samudaya. And he says heya hetu. Hanopaya. Han means dukkha nirodh. Means destruction of the dukkha. And fourth, he says, hanopaya, dukkha nirodhagamini patipada. Hanopaya, the method how to overcome. This is what Buddha says in this such purpose. Clear? Shall we remember these keywords, Sharmila? Dukkha, dukkha samudaya, dukkha nirodh, and dukkha nirodhagamini patipada yatha bhutam pajanati. Just remember these bottom lines or these keywords. What? Dukkha, dukkha samudaya, dukkha nirodham, and dukkha nirodha gamani patipada yatha bhutam pajanati. Clear. That means you will understand this paragraph. Clear?
Yes.
That is the method of how to memorize, how to learn, how to grasp. And further, then you go word by word. That is the next step. First step is memorize the most salient points, keywords. Clear? Now, see, then you won't need to learn, the exact meaning or like that. Sanskrit, this is Sanskrit, like Sanskrit. Second, he says, dukh sach niddosu. Dukh sacha niddeso. Now he says, katvam cha bhikkhave dukkham arya sacham. Now he says, we have understood that there are dukkha, then there are causes of dukkha samudaya, and there are destruction of dukkha, and there is path which leads to. Now he says, what are dukkha? Not hazy-gazy. Now he gives light. Which light? Complete sunlight. Like the meridian glory of the sunlight. Like noon sun, when sun is full-fledged in the noontime, he places the light of sun. He has so much light in his mind and he's shedding that light on what? Water dukkha. And he says, jati pi dukkha, jara pi dukkha, maranam pi dukkha, शोक परिदेव दुख दो मनस्सापि दुख अप्ये ही संपयोगो दुख अप्ये ही संपयोगो. These are clear, right? Jati bhi dukha. Jati means not caste or creed or species. It doesn't mean that. Jati means birth. He says birth is dukkha. Jati bhi dukha. Then he says jara bhi dukha. Means old age or aging is dukkha. Maranam bhi dukha. When you are dying is dukkha. Then sok parideva, dukh do manassaya, dukh sok paridev, dukh do manas upaya. There are 5 things. Remember, sok paridev, dukh do manas upayas. So Sok is, sorrow. Paridev is lamentation. Okay. Pain is dukh. Dormanas is grief. Pain is physical. Dukkha is physical. And dormanas is mental. And upayas. Upayas is when you cry. Oh my God, some people cry, beating the chest, or beating the head, or just hitting the wall sometimes. You hit the head when you are in depression, frustration. Even J. Krishnamurti also used to beat his head sometimes. He had so much pain in his head. Yeah, he has mentioned. Even some serious seekers also, they become so frustrated.
Some hit it, they got mad in his head.
Yes. And even at the time of Buddha, some used to die also. When they were facing the very ugly face of the truth, they used to leave their bodies. Now, what is the meaning of life? So, now he is defining dukh. What is dukkha? First is jati pi dukkha, second jara pi dukkha, maranam pi dukkha, sok. This is 5 groups of dukkha. Sok, paridev, dukh, dormanasya, upayasapi, dukkha. Now, apiye hi sampayogi dukha, sampayogo vi dukkha. In Sanskrit, apriye hi samprayog means when you are meeting undesirable things is called apiyehi sampayog. When you don't want to see any person, right? And you have to see that person. That gives you suffering. When you don't want to see any such phenomena, which gives you so much suffering, like trauma, right? When you underwent some trauma, you don't want to experience that trauma at all. And if that comes to you, that causes dukkha. So this is what he said. Apiyehi sampayogo pi dukkha. Then piyehi vipayogo pi dukkha. When you don't want to depart from near and dear people, right? That also gives suffering. This is called piyehi vipayogo. So first is apiyehi sampayogo and piyehi vipayogo. So you have to remember these keywords. Apriyehi sampayogo, sangyogo, you can call it. Apriyehi sangyogo and priyehi viyogo. Clear? Apriyehi sangyogo and priyehi viyogo. That gives suffering. And vipayogo dukkhoti patho. So this is, that. Now he says, yam pincha na labhati tampi dukkha. Yam api ichhan na labhati. This is Sanskrit vichchena, right? This is how you learn Sanskrit. Yam api ichhan na labhati. What you desire and you're not getting that. That also gives suffering. Like if you have ambition in your life, right? I want to, suppose we have planned to set up an ashram. And if it is not happening, if it is giving suffering, then that is not right for me. Yeah, that is fine. That is project in my mind. But it should not be so intensive that may cause some suffering.
Suffering.
No. Yes. What Krishna says, Leela. You do everything, take it easy, everything. But that should not cause the dukkha. But that gives dukkha. When you are desiring something very deeply, strongly, and you are not getting, that gives dukkha. And further he said, concluding, see how scientific you are. Sankhitena means in sanchipta. Panch upadan khandapi dukkha. There are 5 groups of existence which are dukkha. Clear? 5 groups of existence. And what are they? Roop, Vedana, Sangya, Sanskar, and Vijnana. These are 5 skandhas. This is what you have learned in Dhammanupassana, right? Panch upadana skandha. So Sanchitena, Panch upadana skandhapi dukkha. So that was next. And second, he says, now he is defining what is jati. See, now he is defining Katvacha pikve jati. What is jati? Now he said, Ya tesang saptanam tamhi saptanikaye jati sanjati okkanti abhinibbati khandanam patubhavo ayatnanam patilavo ayang buchati bhikve jati. Pratilab. Today I was showing you that, right? Pratisandhi. You remember?
Yeah.
Pratisandhi. So, Chuti, Jati, Pratisandhi. So there are 7 steps of Pratisandhi also. And then 7 steps, 7 phases of the life also. You are newborn baby, then you are a child, then you are adolescent, then you are young, then you are old, right? Then you are dying, dead body. So there are different phases of that. So he defines what is jati. He says, Ya tesang sattvanam tami saptanikaya jati. Means whatever your body was in your past lives, and you're leaving that. Because we are born, and in the past life we had left the body. We had left the body and we got this body immediately. Actually, there are some philosophies who say that we are not born immediately after death, right? Some philosophy says that you are not born immediately after death. Some say that you are in waiting list, but this is false assumption. This is false views. Don't take long. Here you die and there you are born. Wherever you are to be born, you will take birth. Mother's womb is waiting for you. Here you die and there you enter into the womb. If you are to be born as a living being, like maybe animal or insects or human being, you immediately are concept.
Only when Mahapraya happens you age, right?
Yeah. And if you are to be born as a god, then here you leave the body and there you are born. At real time, right? So Buddha says that is tesang sattvanam tamhi saptanikaye jati.
Stop.
Yes.
Continuous.
Yeah. Sanjati, okkanti, abhinibbati, khandanam patubhavo. Means when you leave the body, khand means kandh in Sanskrit, khand in Pali. Patubhavo, ayatnanam pratilabha. There you left and here you received all the ayatanas. Ayatan. There are 6 ayatanas, right? 6 indriyas are called sadayatanam. This is what we have studied in Dhammanupassana also, right?
Yeah.
Sadayatan. So in Dhammanupassana first was Nivarana, Pancha Nivaranas, then Pancha Skandhas, then Sadayatana, right? Then some Bojjhang, means 7 factors of enlightenment. And then this is 4 truths, Satchinides. So here he defines what is jati. Clear? Ayang buchati bhikkhave jati. Now he defines katmacha bhikkhave jara. What is old age? What is aging? He says, Ya tesang saptanam tamhi saptanikaya jara jirnata. Jara jirnata. Your every organ of the body gets older. Your eyes get older, your ears get older, all the senses get older. Your heart gets older, your kidneys get older, stomach, liver, all the organs are aging, right? And Buddha says, Jirnata, Khandicca, Palichang, Balichatta, Ayuno Sanghani Indriyanan Paripak. All the Indriyas are Paripak. Paripak means mature, means exhausted. Pakjana, ripen. When a mango is ripened, it doesn't take long to fall down. Immediately it falls. So when your body gets older, then even you can try like Buddha. Buddha, if he had wanted to live more longer, he could live. Even Ananda asked him that you are Buddha, you are Siddha, you can live eons and years. Then why you are leaving this body? Buddha replies very gently and smilingly. He said, You see, this body has got older.
It's what they portray.
Yeah, it has become older, like old cart. Now it is taking hard efforts to walk, to run. So it is better to leave this body. If you have a young body, then that is okay. Even if you have the organs in working condition, is okay. So what does it say? When that is drained, every organ is drained of life force. When life force is drained, then paripako, indriyanang paripako ayam bhajati bhikkhveja. This is called old age. And further he says, Katvam cha bhikkhve maranam. He says, Katvam cha bhikkhve maranam. And he replies that Tesang Sattanang Tamha Satyanikaya Chuti Chavanata Bhetu Antardhanang means disappearance. Machumaranam Kalakiriya Khandanam Bhedu Kalevarassa Nikhepu Jivitendriya Sa Upachedu. Jivitendriya means jivas, all the senses. Upachedu means they are completely gone. Uchhed, eliminated. When your body dies, then all the organs don't die at once. Slowly. First, your kidneys die, right? Then your stomach dies. Then your brain dies.
Slowly stop.
Slowly. When your heart dies, then heart beats completely zero, linear. Then machine also says, oh, this person is no more. So this is what Buddha says. That time there was no machine, but he was so particular in defining this. What is that? What is the process? Further he says, Katmocha bhikkhave soko. Shok, what is so? It says, Yoko bhikkhave annitarantarena vyasnena samannagatasya annitarantarena dukh dhammena pruthassa soko sochna sochitatam anto soko anto parisoko ayam buchati bhikkhave soko. He says, whatever sorrow, grieving, internal sorrowfulness, internal deep sorrow. He says, whatever sorrow you realize in your life, everyone undergoes sorrow. Even Buddha also, when he was Bodhisattva, he underwent sorrow. But when he became Buddha, then no sorrow at all to him. There is no sorrow. Because just when you become Arhat, you have no sorrow. Even when you become a stream enterer, sorrow is reduced. Small things don't create any surprising to you. Sometimes Sarmila says that was surprising to me. Nothing surprises to you. If anything surprises to you, that means you are in disposition. Nothing should surprise you. Nothing should astonish you. Nothing. You are so perfectly in upeksha, equanimity, nothing should surprise you. So that is called that you are in such a state that is called a stream enterer. You become at least beginners of mindfulness practice. Mindfulness teaches us to remain in the middle, right? In the beginning, you have learned upeksha. You have to remain in the beginning. In the first sutra, if you remember, was Yavadevi Yanamataya, Yanamatraya, Patisati Matraya, Anashito cha vihirati, na cha kinchi loke upadhyati. That is the first sutra in mindfulness I had taught to you, and you must apply this text. Means anashrito, I have to live anashrito, means independent. Nothing should give you joy, nothing should give you suffering. Don't make anything as a source of your joy. Nothing.
Stay in there.
Nothing. There should be nothing which will make you either happy or make you shocked. Clear? Anashrito cha vihirati means we have to dwell. I have to dwell with independent mind first. Second, na cha kinchi loke upadhyati. We don't have to upadan. Upadan is attachment. We don't have to attach to anything. Nothing we have to attach. When we have to train ourselves into that. Not intellectually, but vitally. We have to train our subconscious mind Hey, if anything surprisingly comes to you, don't get upset. And when you train your subconscious mind, then it will not get upset. Because your subconscious mind is so brilliant, whatever goes to subconscious mind, then it becomes unconscious in you. If anything unconsciously comes to you, you're not shocked. Even snake comes to you, you're not shocked. When something unexpected things happen, you are not shocked. So Buddha says this is shocking. Whatever shocking is there, sorrow, when one is afflicted by some misfortune, struck by some painful state, marks this is called sorrow. Okay? And next is Katmuch Bhikkhave Paridev. Now he says, Annitara Annitaran Attanena Vyasnena Samannagatassa Annitarantarena Dukh Dhammen Puttassa. Putta means contact. Puttas means when you come in contact. When you come in contact with, such state of lamenting, some misfortune, when you come in contact with misfortune or some painful state, this is called puttasa. Then adevo, paridevo, adevana, paridevana, adevititang, paridevititang, ayam uchati bhikkhave paridev. Oh Dev, oh God, what you did, oh God, paridev, Dev, Dev, alasi, this is called Dev, hey Dev, what did you do? Oh Bappa, oh Deva, what you did,
Okay.
Such people who cry in the name of God, in the name of whatever. Whenever you meet misfortune, here is misfortune. When you come in contact with misfortune, don't cry. And if you're crying, means you are in paridev. So why Buddha is defining? Buddha says, they who learn mindfulness, they who train in mindfulness, even they will meet this, they will not cry or they will not undergo these dukkhas, because this is the path for dukkha domanasana athangavai. So paridevanasam samatikavai, right? In the beginning. Now, he says, Katmancha bhikkhave dukkham, yo bhikkhave kayakam dukkham, kayakam asatang, kaya sampassajan dukkham, asatang veditam, idam vuchati bhikkhave dukkham. Means, what is dukkha? Then Buddha says that whatever bodily pain, bodily unpleasantness, pain and unpleasant feelings born of bodily contact, among this is called pain. So pain, dukkha means here literally physical, not mental. Here, when he says dukkha, what is dukkha? Kayik dukkha means kayik dukkha. Whenever you come in contact with bodily pain, you don't take on mind. You just simply see this is bodily pain, right? This is not my pain, this is body pain. When you see your body away from you, separate from you, then you are in mindfulness. Okay? This is what is right meditation. In right meditation, you meditate on chakras or meditate on such things, and you get addicted to that, you get attached to that. This is me. Oh, this is me. No, nothing is me. When you say like, oh my gosh, this is me. This could be me. No, that's not you, me. That too is not you. When you say joy, amazing joy. This is me, Anandam. I'm Anandam. No. You're not Anandam also. Some people call Aham Satchidanandam, Chidananda Rupa, Ananda Rupa, Aham Ananda Rupa. No, you're not Ananda. What you perceive Ananda is not Ananda. Right? Ananda is Vedana, right? Sukhad Vedana. What you call Ananda is Sukhad Vedana. And Sukhad Vedana is also Vedana itself. Vedana is what you call Panchupadana Skandha, one of 5 skandhas. Roop, Vedana is second skandha. And any Vedana is not me, not mine, whether Sukhad Vedana or Dukhad Vedana. Clear? So Buddha says that unpleasant feeling, unpleasant bodily pain, unpleasant sensation is called dukkha. Kayakam dukkham, kayakam asatam, kayakam dukkham, bodily pain. felt in flesh. When you are sitting for long, then you feel pain in joints, right? Similar, you feel that, right? When you sit for long, then your legs start paining. What is that? Kayikam dukkham. Then kayikam asatam. What is kayikam asatam? Asatam means discomfort. That is not pain, but that is discomfort. When there is temperature, high temperature, discomfort. That's not pain, but discomfort. It's called asatam. And kaya samphasam, kaya samphasajam, kaya samphasajam, born of contact in body. Through touch, through impact, temperature, injury, illness, this is called that. Clear? So Buddha says these are dukkha, like wounds, injury, burning, stabbing pain, headache, fever, sickness, all these are bodily pains. Right? Cramps, nerve pain, liver pain, aging related pain, all these are dukkha. Now it further says 394, Katvancha bhikkhave domanasam. He said, Yam ko bhikkhave chitsikam dukkham, chitsikam asatam. So, see, dukkha was bodily. Now, mental pain, mental dukkha. That was kayik dukkha, now mansik dukkha. So, mansik dukkha is called dormanasya. Kayik dukkha is dukkha, and mansik dukkha is dormanasya. Buddha says, Yam ko bhikkhave chitsikam dukkha, mental. Asatan. Asatam is mental unpleasantness. Asatam is unpleasantness, right? Wherever word comes, asatam means unpleasant. Unpleasant. Asatam word, Pali word. So he says that chitsikam asatam and mano samphasajam. Mano samphasajam. Chitsikam dukkham, chitsikam asatam, and mano samphasajam dukkham. Asatam. Veditam, whatever you sense, that is called mental dormanasya. Clear? If you have any question, you can stop me and you can ask me a question. You are most welcome. Clear? Sharmila is clear? Yeah. Now, Katamocha bhikkhave upayas. He says, what is upayas? He says, Yoko bhikkhave anyatarantarena. See, how you will speak. Please look into the book, your hard copy. Page number 38, Sutra number 395. Keep your eyes. Katmocha bhikkhave upayaso, page number 38, Sutra number 395 in Pali. Katmocha bhikkhave upayaso, yokho bhikkhave anyatarantarena vyasanena samannagatasya anyatarantarena dukkha dhammena puttassa ayaso upayaso ayasi tatang this is not tatang, this is ayasi tattam. See, you have to learn how to enunciate, how to pronunciate also, right? Ayasi tattam upayasi tattam ayam vucchati bhikkhave upayaso. Clear? So he says, whatever Yokho bhikkhave anyatarantarena vyasnena. Vyasnena, addictions. Samannagatasya. So whenever any addiction, any dependency, any addiction you meet, anyatarantarena dukkha dhammena puttassa. Means when you come in contact with dukkha, then ayaso. What is ayas? Ayas is called mental strain. It's called ayaso. Ayaso means mental strain. And upayaso is suffocating distress. Sometimes you feel suffocated, right? Like whenever you are in living in company with such person, you feel suffocated. This is called upayaso. Ayaso is mental strain, existential pressure. Upayaso is suffocating distress, sense of hopeless entrapment. Then is next word is ayasi tattam. Ayasi tattam means the mind being overpowered by the despair. This is depression. What you call depression, right? Ayasi tattam. Then upayasi tattam. So first was ayaso, second is upayaso. Now here is overpowered. Overpowered by ayaso. So in the beginning there was ayas, means mental strain. in the beginning phase. When it becomes too much, too intensive, that is called ayasitattam. When upayas, means suffocation, becomes too much overpowering, it's called a state of being choked, completely oppressed inwardly. And that is the state where people take suicidal steps. They take suicide. They die. This is called upayas. Ayas is mental strain, upayas is suffocation. So ayaso tattam and upayasi tattam. And Buddha says, ayam bucchati bhikkhave upayaso, ayas upayas. Clear? Next sutra. Now see, katamocha bhikkhave apiye hi sampayogo dukkho idha yassa te honti anittha akanta omanapa rupa saddha gandha rasa phutthabba dhamma ye va panassa te honti anattha kama ahit kama afasuka kama ayog khema kama ya te saddhin sangati samagamo samodhanan missi bhavo ayam bucchati bhikkhave appiyehi sampayogo dukkho. Now see, these are different states, and how deep Buddha was, you can see that, his words. He says, apyehi sampayoga dukkho, means apriyehi sangyoga dukkho. When you are meeting what you don't desire in your meeting. Yadi yassate honti anittha. Anittha means anisht, what you call anisht, anishtkar. Akanta is not beautiful, ugly, what you call ugly. Or manapa, that doesn't is what you call suit to mind. Or manapa. Anittha, akanta, amanapa. Amanapa rupa. Here is rupa. So there are anisht, akant, not sundar, amanap, not pleasant. What? Roop, Sabt, Gandh, Ras, and Photha, means spars. These are 5 things. Wherever you come in contact with unpleasant and very stressful or not pleasant or what you call unsolicited, undesired, what? Roop, Shabd, Gandh, Ras, and spars. Dharma, whenever dharma is nature or things, Buddha said, Yova panasate honti, anattha kama, ahit kama, apasuka kama, ayoga khema kama. Means they don't want anarth. They don't want that which is not hitkar, ahitkar, ahitkam, apasuka kama, that which doesn't give you sukha. Right? Then ayog khem, yog khem, what you call yog khem, that which doesn't give yog khem. Yogshem means the result, the meaning. Ayogyam. Ya tehi saddhin sangati samagamo samodhanam missi bhavo ayam vachati bhikkhave apyahi sampayogo. Is it clear? And then I have given the meaning also. I have given the meaning. Right. Those sights, sounds, smells, tastes, touches, and mental objects which are disliked, unwanted, unpleasant. Or are those persons who wish one's harm, misfortune, ill-being, and lack of safety, any meeting, association, coming together, union with them, monks, this is called suffering through association with the unloved. And this is called apyehi sampayogo dukkho. Now, next is piyehi vipayogo. First of all, apriyehi sangyogo, now priyehi viyogo. This is opposite to that, right? This is opposite to that. But just to read, see how to chant, chant. Katamocha bhikkhave piyehi vipayogo dukkho idyassate honti itthakanta manapa rupa saddha gandha rasa phottabba dhamma yeva panassate honti atthakama hitkama phasukakama yogakhema kama माता वा पिता वा भाता वा भगिनी वा मित्ता वा अमच्चा वा याति सालोहिता वा याते हि सद्धिं असंगति असमागमो असमोधानं Amissi bhavo ayang bucchati bhikkave piyahi vippayogo dukkho. Right? This is how you read this. Right? So first you have to read, and while reading only, you create so much energy in you. So here, those sight, sound, smell, touch, taste, touches. See the English translation. Mental objects which are pleasant, delightful, agreeable, right? Or those persons who wish one's welfare, benefit, comfort, and security, like your mom. You know, our teacher Dinesh doesn't want to stay away from her mom, his mom, right? Or any girl doesn't want to stay away. That is what God means. Piyahi viprayogo, viprayogo. They don't want piyahi viprayogo. Like mother, father, brother, sister, friends, advisors, or blood relatives. Any non meeting, non association, not being together, being separated from them, that causes suffering. And people are also afflicted with this suffering. Right? So Buddha says this is also dukkha.
My daughter was crying when I left.
So that was she was in dukkha.
She was crying.
She was in dukkha. She was in
We were
dukkha.
going for 3 weeks. She started crying.
Yeah. Now, further, 398 Sutra says, Katmancha bhikkhave yam pichang na labhati tampi dukkham. Please keep your eyes on every word I am speaking, I am reading. Please keep your eyes on the words. 398, page number 41, Sutra. Katmancha bhikkhave yam pichang na labhati tampi dukkham. What is that? What you don't want and you receive that. Jati dhammanang bhikkhave sattanang evam ichha upajjati. Ahovat mayang na jati dhamma assama na chavat no jati agaccheya iti na khopane tang ichhaya pattabbang idam piyam pichang na lavati tampi dukkhang jara dhammanang bhikkhave sattanang evam ichha upajjati. Ahovat mayang na jara dhamma assama na chavat no jara agaccheyati na khopanetam ichchaya pattabbang idam piyam pichha na lavati tampi dukkhang vyadi dhammanang bhikkhave sattanang evam ichcha uppajjati ahovat mayang na vyadi dhamma assama na chavat no vyadi agaccheyati no khopanetam ichchaya pattabbang idam piyam pichhang na lavati tampi dukkhang maran dhammanang bhikkhave sattanang evam ichcha uppajjati ahovat mayang na maran dhamma assama na chavat no maranang agaccheyati na khopanetam ichchaya pattabbang idam piyam pichhang na lavati tampi dukkham. Sok paridev dukkha do manassu upayasa dhammanang bhikkhave sattanang evam ichcha uppajjati ahovat mayang na sok paridev dukkha do manassu upayasa dhamma assama na chavat no sok paridev dukkha do manassa upayasa dhamma agaccheyu yanti na khopanetam ichchaya pattabbang idam piyam pichhang na lavati tampi dukkham. See, this is how we read that. Like Sanskrit. Like there is a long word. Sok paridev dukkha do manassupayas dhammanam. You see that word?
So paridev dukkha do manasu supaya dhamma.
Upayas dhammanam.
Vayas dhamma.
Sharmila, please read this. Please unmute your mic and read this word. This long word.
Soka parideva dukkha domanassu payasa dhamma.
Dhammanam. Again.
Dhammanam. I read it the below one.
Again.
Soka parideva dukkha domanassu payasa dhammanam.
Yes, that word, right?
Dhamma. I don't have Dhamma.
Dhammanam. This one.
Oh,
That one.
Oh.
This one. This one.
Okay, I was saying it here. Okay.
Oh. Now, see, this is a long mantra, long sutra, but here you have to underline not with pen, with mind. You see what Buddha says. He says that means you don't want to be born, but you are born. Don't want to be born, but you are born. Why? Because you have drives, you have causes, so you cannot avoid. And that gives you so that gives you dukkha, right? Means that you don't want. Means piyehi vipayogo, and apiyehi sampayogo. So Buddha says that what monks is suffering is not in not obtaining what one's desire, not obtaining. You want immortality, right? You want immortality, but you're not receiving, you're not getting. You want light, but you're not getting light. You want to see chakras, but you're not looking chakra, seeing chakra, and that gives you suffering. Whatever you want in your life, Buddha says, yampichang nalapati dampi dukkham. What is that? Jati dhammanang bhikkhave sattanang evang ichha pachati. Oh, vatmayam no jati dhamma asama no cha vat no jati. Means, oh, I didn't want this life, but why I want? And you see some babies blame their parents. Why you brought me into this world? Have you heard such words? Sometimes a baby scolds their parents. Why you brought me in this world? Why? It's foolishness. And that gives pain to that. That is also not desiring what you received. Or you got what you did not like, you did not want. Similarly, he says, Jaradham. Nobody wants to get older. No filmy actresses want to be older. When they find that the wrinkles are coming, they start getting depressed, right? People always there is crowd around that star. When that stardom goes, that person goes in depression. That nobody is looking at me. My stardom is not there. Even Prime Minister, when gone, nobody looks at him. Power. Whoever looks at power. So also this what it says means nobody wants old age. Then says nobody wants vyadhi, right? And when vyadhi comes, then you feel dukkha. Nobody wants death, but death is inevitable, unavoidable. When death comes, people say, oh, no, I don't want to die, I want to leave, That also gives dukkha. So paridev dukh domanas upayas dhammana. So these things also come when you don't want, and they come, that gives dukkha. Further, he says, Katmecha bhikkhave sankhitena panchupadan khanda dukkha sethidam rup upadan khando. Look into the book on that line, Trinadian Sutra. Katmecha bhikkhave sankhitena panchupadan khanda dukkha sethidam rup upadan khando vedana upadan khando sanya upadan khando sankhar upadan khando vigyan upadan khando ime vuchanti bhikkhave sankhitena panchupadan khanda dukkha idam vucchate bhikkhave dukkham arya satcham. So this is the truth of dukkha. This is the truth of dukkha. So Harish, you have to conduct the session in that way, right? In one session, you have to finish at least one nittesh. Not only partly you have taken only few and you have just gone. No. Be organized. Finish one chapter. Like when you study Ramayana part or any Bhagavad Gita, then you don't stop in between. You finish the whole chapter, right? That only gives you the right meaning. Uddeshya. Otherwise, that will not give. Okay? So that was, here we will stop today. So he says, this is the Arya Satcham Dukkha. Dukkham Arya Satcham. What? Sankshipten, Panch Upadan is Dukkha. Means Roop Upadan is Dukkha. Rupa Upadan Khand, Vedana Upadan Khand, Sankhya Upadan Khand, Sankhar Upadan Khand, and Vigyan Upadan Khand. So these are 5 Upadanas, and in short, that is Dukkha. Clear? Yeah. So we have to, go through this again. When you are alone, then don't do any other things. Don't do any other thing. You are here to learn this, right? And also, Sharmila, you don't worry about that. You're not learning the modern modules. You're learning the original text. Sutra. Harish was telling me that you had that complaint that you're not learning modern modules. You are complaining to Harish?
It was not a complaint, it was an inquiry, Guruji.
Okay, whatever. But you don't think about that. Just try to learn the original. the original, the structure. And then making the module, I had mentioned that day, if you remember, right? I mentioned when I was at Rishikesh, I had mentioned when you learn this, then you will make module. Just even while you are walking, you can make any module. You can make a module just खेल खेल में बना लोगे module. Like someone has made a module RAIN, rain. You can make module of sword, SWORD. You can make module of trip, TRIP. And you will find some keywords of mindfulness, right? Understood my point?
Yes.
Yes. And what people want, shortcut. You'll make any shortcut. You just make any abbreviation. You just take any road, ROAD, and make an abbreviation. And find ROAD. That will become the module. That will become the intervention. This is what is called intervention, mindful intervention, or mindfulness-based intervention. So don't think that Guruji have given only the small book or textbook on not the thick book and I don't have much to learn. Don't think like that. Okay. If such thoughts arise in you, just uh, let those thoughts be overcome with this thought that I'm learning the original mindfulness. Okay. So level one is okay to be introduced about the modern, what you call secular modern, what is mindfulness. But if you want to learn the more deeper, then you'll have to go in the root. You know, the level one is like branches, right? Leaves and branches. And level two and three is going into the root, more deeper. And if you'll stay in touch with me, then I will teach you more. So don't think that your course will be finished when so long you are here. Even you also don't think that. This is just beginning. This is lifelong learning, right? This is lifelong learning. So mindfulness cannot be learned in 1 month or in 6 months or in 1 year. It has to be constantly learned from the master, at least for 7 years. How long?
7 years.
7 years from your master. Then you gain more mastery, right? So this is original mindfulness, original, pure. Okay. So I will request you, I will also instruct you, I'll also suggest you please read not only once, at least 3 times. In morning you read, after breakfast you read that. When you finish breakfast, and if we are not with you, it doesn't mean that you do anything. You just do course content, not any other thing. No any other rituals, no other, any other drama, no other any such things which will lead you to the error, which will lead you to the away from the track. Okay. So this is the track, this is the path. Ekayano ayang maggo. I have to be on this path. I have to stick on this path. I have to just memorize. I have to just learn this tiny book. This is a small book. Sutra. At this keywords. Memorize the keywords. Right? Memorize the keywords. And you'll find that even 1 year is also less to memorize this. I have been learning since long time, but still I find this is like Bhagavad Gita. If you have been learning Bhagavad Gita for 25 years, still you'll find that this is something which is more deeper. I'm still learning, right? You can't say now I am master of Bhagavad Gita. No one can become master of Bhagavad Gita or Upanishad or any such profound shastra. And this is more profound than Bhagavad Gita, more profound than Upanishad. You not find such profound and elaborated sutra in Upanishad or in Gita or anywhere. Or in Veda, no. Okay? So this is very systematic, very profound, very clear, and you have to just, okay? That is it for today.